Okay, we're live. We're going to try this again. I already recorded this, but I'm going to record it again, all over, because we've had technical difficulties going back over. Today, we are going to review Susan's Instagram feed from Fill Up Your Cup blog. So I'm going to go over right now, and we are going to look at Susan's feed. So, first of all, love that she shows up in her feed. Love that I see it right off the bat, 2 cute pictures of her face, photo of her kid, photo of herself in her bio. She has her business name up here, blog. Now, the one thing I will say that I would maybe change, that you're missing probably an opportunity, you have your hyperlink, the one hyperlink you even get, and it goes to somebody else's free course. And that's great. Like, it's awesome that you're going to market somebody else's challenge for them because you're a part of it and you're excited about it. I love that. And you talk about it here in this post. But what I probably would recommend to you is maybe instead of having this directly go to that sign up, if you are a blogger, I want a way to jump to your blog. So I would probably use either Linktree or use an Instagram landing page so I can see multiple calls to action. So you can say, click over to find my blog and to sign up for the education that I'm taking. Then I would click this link and it would be a landing page, and one of the buttons would be this. Because I think it's awesome that you're going to be doing this. And I think it's a great thing to share with your audience. But I definitely, if you're a blogger, I want to be able to find your blog. So now I don't have no way of finding your blog right now. I have to probably Google it maybe. And that's just one more step. So let's make it really easy for people to find where we want them to go. Because remember, Instagram is just a tool, right? Instagram is not an end in itself like we talked about yesterday. It is a tool. It is trying to get people off of there because you cannot, in fact, sell things. Like if you have an affiliate link to all of the products you're talking about on your blog, it is very hard to get people from Instagram to that link the fastest, right? Instagram is not set up that way unless you have something like Hello, like one of those Shopify links, or I can't remember what they're called. Hello. Oh, Like to Know It. Unless you have like a Like to Know It account where people can shop your feed from your posts, I don't think you have that. So we have to figure out the second best thing, and that is to get people to a place they can click those affiliate links. So I know you're just getting started, but these are things that you can think about now ahead of time. So as you grow, as you get better, as you polish up your stuff, you can think, how am I going to get people to where the end game, where I want them to go the quickest? And that is probably getting them to your blog where all of those affiliate links are nice and neat. So back to your feed. The other thing I would suggest, because you're just starting out, I think it's in your best interest, even if you're not ready to sell anything right now, even if you're just creating a blog, to really nail down your brand identity. Looking at your feed, it's not very clear like what your logo is or what your brand colors are or what your fonts are, because there are so many different things that you're sharing. There's images from other people, there's quotes, there's little prompts like this, which I think is a fun little idea. So these little let's chat mom to moms, it's almost like a little, what do you call those? A loop. So it's a little chat loop where people talk about one specific topic. I think that's awesome to encourage that and bring more people on. But it's very hard right now for me to see, like, what is she all about? Like, what are her brand values? What are her adjectives that she wants me to think about when I look at her blog? Because remember, there's just so many people out there in the blogging world, especially that are in the health and wellness space, right? You're competing with other people that are also like in network marketing and MLM companies. You're competing with people that are like Simple Green Smoothies that are giving people really distinct, specific value proposition. So they have like recipes every single day about something very specific, Simple Green Smoothies. So if you're trying to be a blogger that's just about health and wellness and like maybe pregnancy and like raising kids in a healthy way, there's just so much noise out there. There's so many things that you have to cut through. So you need to really know, like, how do I stand out? What are my values? What is my purpose? And how can I share that visually on Instagram? So you can do this very cheaply, inexpensively. You don't have to go hire a brand designer right off the bat. I wouldn't recommend doing that. I would start with something, because remember, everything sucks first, guys. You don't get fancy. If you, like I read this quote this morning on Instagram, that's like, if you launched your first thing and you weren't embarrassed, you launched too late. Like, if you are not getting yourself out there, and I love that you're doing that right now, Susan, right? Like, I don't know how you feel about your own content, but you're starting, and that's the important thing, right? But right now, if you're like, okay, I'm having a hard time maybe creating content or standing out from everybody else or maybe gaining attention, I would start with creating your own brand identity. I would start with picking a color palette, no more than 6 colors, and I would stick to those colors in all of my content. I would select no more than 3 fonts. You get 3. And I would try to think about, whenever I choose those colors, it's not just about like, I love pink. It's about who am I trying to speak to? Who's my audience? And what are the colors that are going to attract their attention? Again, that's all we're focusing on, is attracting attention, is getting people to stop the scroll, right? Because there's just so much on Instagram to look at and love, that what is going to make them stop their scroll and really invest time and energy into what we're sharing? So think of that when you're picking out your brand adjectives. What are the 3 words you want people to think about when they come across your feed? Based on those words, that's how you pick your colors. That's how you select your fonts. That's how you decide what your photo filters are going to be. Is it dreamy and moody and hazy and relaxed? And maybe you put like that really pretty like white filter on every single image you share. Is it bright? Is it happy? Is it fun? Then you're going to take images of yourself and of your kids and of the things that you're sharing on your blog that are bright and happy and fun, right? All of those adjectives are what fuels all of your content. And those adjectives are selected based on what you want people to feel when they come across your feed. So that's my suggestion for you. This is a quick one, but when you're just getting started, I don't want to overwhelm you, but those are my suggestions. Really make sure your LinkedIn profile is working for you and not for somebody else. I would make sure you're really nailing down a brand identity so people can know who you are right off the bat for the first impression. And the third thing would be to make sure I have a way to get to you, right? Make sure I have a way to get to your blog so I'm not having to do extra work to find you. Those are my suggestions today. I will see you guys tomorrow on Instagram Feed Review.